You're right, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different, but I feel as though it's actually pretty important. All right, so I don't know if you're aware, okay, whoever has one of these motorized bike engine kits, okay, that obviously like the gas tank, the petrol tank, or even the fuel tank, whatever you want to call it, okay, is very, very bad. Like the quality of it is, no, it's not that great. So what I would suggest as well, right, is the actual gas tank or the fuel tank or even the petrol tank, whatever you want to call it, that you get with the kit, okay, definitely think about upgrading it or even changing it. Okay, so what I'm going to say is like, for instance, the actual little nuts on the bottom of the tank. So you have four little tiny like nuts, like you have to tighten up very, very tight, and they're all 8 millimeters. Okay, if you over tighten these, yeah, say for instance, like if you feel as though your tank is like wobbling a little bit or slipping or whatever, yeah, what I would definitely suggest, right, is don't over tighten these whatsoever, because the second that you go to over tighten it, you'll end up with obviously a leak, and it's going to be literally pissing out petrol from like obviously like from the bottom of the tank or from anywhere. So I would definitely recommend either getting yourself a 3 litre tank, because the one that you get with the kit is a 2.5 litre tank. Get yourself a 3.5 litre tank, and trust me, the 10 millimeter nuts like that you can actually tighten up, it's way better quality. For instance, you can even use like lock nuts, lock washers. You're right, everyone on the channel that's saying hi, like, hello. Like, it's nice to see you back on here. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, like, for instance, the actual nuts, like, and the bolts, and obviously the washers that you get, even with the kit, are dreadful. They are terrible. So if you're thinking about upgrading, you can even like modify like your tank itself. You can get yourself a bigger tank. Like with me, I was thinking about considering getting myself a proper motorbike tank, like maybe even a 5 litre tank. Like that's a very big increase, but it's not really so much an upgrade, like say that it's going to hurt your engine. All right. Basically, you'll be able to do a lot more miles. Well, obviously, a 5 litre, that's going to get you a hell of a lot further down the road. So, when you think about it, this is just like a little tiny brief bit of an instruction that I would definitely recommend to follow, because if you don't, you're going to end up regretting it. I'm telling you. I mean, for instance, these engines, they leak from everywhere. I'm being honest, they do. They get very grubby and very dirty. So I wouldn't recommend sort of sticking with the 2.5 litre little tank that you get, because obviously the fittings and the fixtures that come with it, they are so badly like obviously made that when you go to tighten them up, yeah, you end up with like a little tiny leak at the bottom of like any one of the actual like threads. So don't ever use them. I mean, you can use it to break the engine in, or maybe even use it now and again, but I definitely wouldn't recommend keeping it for a very long time. Like for instance, get yourself an upgrade. I know it might seem like a bit more money, but you know what? It's actually worth it. All right, it's not going to be like giving you hassle where it's leaking in your house and making your house reek of petrol and fumes, because it will give you the nastiest headache, especially if you even have animals. Yeah, believe me, like you'll even see your animal's eyes watering. Like that's how bad these fumes are. All right. So, I mean, what you can do, a lot of people I've noticed they're doing like a pit bike conversion on their bike. So they're changing their like their actual mountain bike into like a working like proper like across a motorbike. I think that looks wicked. It really does look cool. And to be fair, like they're using like a plastic version of the actual like gas tank or the petrol tank or fuel tank. And you know what? They ain't gonna get no leaks from there. There's not like a lot of like fixtures and fittings that are obviously gonna go wrong with that. It's basically secure. It's like gonna be a hell of a lot better as well. And like for instance, when it comes to it, it's more durable in a way. All right. But say for instance, like with me, I'm thinking about upgrading like a lot of my like bikes itself, apart from the BBR tuning frames, because they've got a built-in like fuel tank or petrol tank or gas tank. Yeah. What I'm going to be doing is the other projects that I've got going on, I might even upgrade to a proper motorbike like tank. Another project that I've seen that I'm thinking about doing, and believe me, I really, really want to get this on Facebook Marketplace at the minute. There's like a kids like mini moto, sort of midi moto chopper. It looks like a mini Harley Davidson, and it looks mint. It looks really cool. It's a 50cc, all right, and it has like say it's got a small little tiny four-stroke engine in it, all right, but then it's got like a load of plastics surrounding like a fake sort of looking plastic engine. So I mean, me, I really want to get this bike. It's just over £200. I really want to get it. Trust me, I'm really excited to get it. All right. And to be honest, what I would personally do with this, I would definitely strip out all the plastic fake engine. I'd strip out all the actual little four-stroke in there, and I would definitely upgrade a bigger engine, because I really like the tank on it. It looks really cool. I like the frame on it. I even like the wheels, and you know what? It looks durable. It looks really, really cool. It looks like a proper mean and bad boy sort of bike. So I'm really into it. But the only trouble is obviously like number one, because we're going to be moving house very soon. It's like a space issue, so I can't get too much sort of like toys and like little things here and there, because it's just going to take up too much room. But I would really definitely love to get this bike. I really do. I mean, even though it's a little bit on the small side and whatever, it don't really bother me. I mean, I've had mini motors in the past, yeah, and believe me, I've got on it. Yeah, I'm 6'6". I'm a very large lad, but yeah, I will still fit on that mini moto. Yeah, and it's really fun. Trust me, I love things that are fast, things that are even small. I don't care, right? So when it comes to it, like I said, you're not really damaging your engine at all by doing this upgrade, by upgrading to a bigger fuel tank or petrol tank or like a gas tank, whatever you want to call it. It's basically giving yourself a bit more, so sort of like, say, help in a way. So you're not going to end up, say, either breaking down because you run out of fuel. All right. So like another thing that you can do as well is that I was speaking to a few people, and I will put a link down in the description as well. Yeah, about, say, for instance, if you need to bring out two-stroke oil with you no matter where you go. All right, so even if you just go into the shops or whatever, yeah, just make sure you take a little reservoir, yeah, of two-stroke oil just in case. I mean, like, for instance, if you're doing a very long run in your bike and there might be, like, say, like a petrol station like very nearby, even like a few miles away, you think, oh, that's handy. But yet not every petrol station sells two-stroke. All right, so I've looked around on eBay and Amazon and whatever, and I found this really cool looking reservoir, and it is enough to take like a decent amount of two-stroke. And you don't really need a lot, to be fair, but if you're ever in that situation and you're very, very low on fuel, all right, and you're panicking a little bit because you think, oh my God, I've got to pedal all the way back now because I can't leave my bike. I love my bike. I'm not just going to leave it there. So trust me, I'm going to put the links like in the description, yeah, for the reservoirs that I've found, and I think they're really cool, and I'm going to start getting a few of them and then maybe adapting a lot of them onto the actual bikes that I have. So like I said, if I'm ever in that situation, yeah, I don't want to be pedaling like myself all the way back to my house or back to the original destination where I was. All right, so trust me, these little hints and tips will help you a lot. All right, so like I said, don't, whatever you do, yeah, just stick with this little 2.5 litre like fuel tank for these motorized bike kits, because they are dreadful. They're like, trust me, the quality of them is awful. And the amount of people that even said that a lot of them are actually going rusty quick inside, like that did not shock me at all. It's the quality of the stuff. Like when you think about it, it's very, very cheap, very brittle. Even for instance, like a lot of people was like sort of taking the piss out of the studs that snap off. What are you expecting? Yeah, you're buying a very cheap kit. Yeah, these studs will break. So that's why I've said to you, yeah, the second that you even get your engine kit, yeah, upgrade everything, like stud wise, like bolt wise, nut wise, everything. Just completely upgrade it. But no carburetor, no exhaust, like nothing like that. Not even no porting, like no, don't do that. The second your engine's broken in, then you can start doing them sort of upgrades, all right? Like widowing the piston and doing a bit of port work, and obviously like changing to a better carburetor, changing to a high performance like exhaust, changing to like bigger, whatever. You see what I'm saying, right? When it comes to tires, wheels, sort of like spark plug wires, yeah. Just don't hesitate. Just make sure that you get them. All right. NGK spark plugs, yeah, they're quality. Champion spark plugs are brilliant, yeah. They're the sort of spark plugs that you need to get your bikes running like proper, yeah. And every single time that I want to start my bike, I'll give you an example, yeah. My red bike that you've seen in a lot of like the previous videos, yeah. I left it around my mum's house for storage. Like obviously it's next to the blue bike as well, yeah. And you know what? I haven't ridden that bike in maybe 6 months, 7 months. I left it there standing, and you know what? Because I have an NGK spark plug in it, yeah. The second that I went to take it up the road, remember it's got a little bit of stale petrol in it and a little bit of like oil in there as well. It's been in there a very long time. The second I let that clutch out, this thing started straight away. I thought, wow, yeah. But if it would have been the normal bog standard ZHC spark plug that you get with a kit, nah, I would have been killing myself, sweating like proper hard just to try and get this thing. Even maybe have to take it up to a steep hill just to run it down a steep hill, yeah, just to literally let the clutch out and see if it would have started. But nah. No, not with the NGK ones. No, they're bulletproof. Like seriously, these things are wicked. Yeah, I'll rate them a lot. Say for instance, even if you wanted to upgrade the head, yeah, a lot of people are seeing like, say, like cheap heads, very, very sort of like round heads, but yet they're very, very thin. Don't even bother getting them. Just do not do that. Seriously, yeah. They do not get away like from the heat issues. Yeah, they will actually conduct more heat than what the original basic like head was. If you really want, get yourself a Fred head, yeah. I mean, say for instance, like this guy Fred, he's been doing heads for years and years. He's very, very experienced. He's very qualified, yeah, at doing these sort of heads. They are they're trust me, they're proper good, yeah. But me, I got myself a slightly cheaper version, yeah, and I got it from Amazon, and I also got another similar sort of version from eBay as well, because I've got one for the red, one for the blue bike as well. And you know what? They work no problems whatsoever. I mean, they don't overheat, like they're fine. I've run it for at least an hour before, like when I was going on a proper long journey, yeah. I run it for ages, and I didn't come with no problems, with no heating issues, nothing at all whatsoever, yeah. But trust me, if you're thinking about doing your gas tank, petrol tank, or fuel tank, do that simple upgrade. Yeah, don't get yourself this little 2.5 litre ones. They are dreadful. Yeah, the quality is very bad. All right, but the quality on the slightly bigger ones, like the 3.5 litre petrol tanks, they are a lot better. Okay, so say for instance, if you're going to do up the nuts, the 10mm nuts, all right, get yourself some locking washers as well. Yeah, even some lock nuts, and you know what? They will not move at all. They are serious. All right, they're really, really good. I'll recommend them. And you know what? I've even still got my 3.5 litre tank, and it's still bulletproof. There isn't a dent, there isn't a scratch on it, there's no rust. Like, I don't even know what they're made of, but they're great. And you know what? I did pay slightly more for it than what I thought, but it's totally worth it. I recommended it 100%. All right. But when it comes to say like other projects that I'm doing, I am looking into sort of getting myself like a few 5 litre petrol tanks, because like I said, I do a lot of miles, okay, whether it be driving cars or whether it be driving motorbikes or whatever. I do a hell of a lot of miles, and this is definitely a recommendation. Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to be putting the links in the description of the little oil reservoirs that I'm going to be showing you all, and they are absolutely amazing. I mean, a lot of guys use them on them like sports motorbikes, everything, like proper souped up like motorbikes. And you know what? If it's good enough for them, it's got to be good enough for these kits. All right. So that's just like a few little hints and tips that I thought I'd be sharing with everyone. It's only going to be a small video, all right? But I want everyone to obviously share this video as much as you can, because I want as many people in the motorized bike community here to get this video, obviously watch it and obviously like have a little listen to it, because I feel as though it's pretty important. All right, whatever you do, make sure that you like this video, yeah, as well, because obviously like the more likes I get, it helps me out a little bit more. All right, and remember to share it, yeah, remember to comment as well. Whatever you do, just make sure that you comment, all right, because I want to hear back what you guys think, because that's the main thing about this channel. No matter what comments you put down, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, and whatever you do, make sure you subscribe, yeah. So wherever the subscribe button is around the screen, make sure you click on it, all right, because it's very important to me, and it also actually makes me aware that obviously like more people are getting this information, are actually liking it. So I wish everyone like obviously like a great day for the rest of your day. All right, I want everyone to have an amazing like proper new year. So let's start off this new year really good, because there has been like a few mess ups as already, but let's just forget about that. Let's start off fresh. Yeah, make sure that we all enjoy this proper good sort of video. All right, and a proper good new year. All right, so I wish you all the best. All right, take care and have an amazing day.